Hello, guys. So this is Shivam Bhardwaj, and today I'm uploading the first AutoCAD tutorial, which I promised in my first video that if I'm getting 100 likes and 100 subscribers on my first after my first video, then I'll be uploading the first tutorial of the series of tutorials which we are going to upload. We are actually going to upload the full AutoCAD course which we train at our institute free of cost. This course generally costs $8,000 at our center, but over here you'll be getting it free of cost, full course. So let me tell you one thing, that this might get a little bit boring or slow because we'll be dealing things in quite detail. And the second thing is this on after this video will be targeting 500 likes and 500 subscribers. If I'm getting those, then I'll be uploading the next video, the second tutorial on AutoCAD in both Hindi and English. Okay, so let's start. So we are starting AutoCAD. First, let's begin with the introduction. AutoCAD origin. AutoCAD was first released in December 1982, and it was developed, as you all know, Autodesk USA. It's a US based company, and it has developed AutoCAD in 1982. It was the first commercial computer-aided designing software which was run on microcomputers having internal graphic controllers. So this was the first computer-aided designing software which was commercially used, in short, if I can tell you. Next is, it consists of two words, auto and CAD. So what does auto means? Many of us, many of you think that this means automatic. This doesn't mean automatic. It means Autodesk company logo. CAD, CAD, CAD means computer aided designing. Okay, let's move forward. So AutoCAD versions. What were the versions which were released? First version was released version 1.0. This continued till 1.4. Then came version 2.0. This continued till 2.6. Then came AutoCAD release 9, which continued till 14. Then came AutoCAD 2000, which is this series of categorization is till now going on, and we have got our AutoCAD 2021 on 25th of March 2020. So this is the version, this is the historic version of AutoCAD. So we shall move forward, shall we? Okay, so this is coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry, as you know, is the basis of any designing software. Any designing software which you talk about, whether it be 3D modeling software, interior design software, anything, any designing software is based on coordinate geometry. Its principles, its rules are based on coordinate geometry. So we'll be taking a look at coordinate geometry. That would be nice. That would be helpful. So this horizontal line which you are seeing is the x-axis. This center point is the origin. Right of the center point is x in positive direction. Left to the center point is x in negative direction. This vertical line which we are seeing is the y-axis. From origin, above the origin, it's positive y-axis. Below the origin, it is negative y-axis. Now let's see a little nomenclature. This the horizontal line right of the origin is called x. Left of the origin is named as x dash. Similarly, the vertical line, the y-axis, above the origin is named y. Below the origin, it's named y dash. Let's move forward then, shall we? So these are the directions. What directions are these? That when we move from left to right, the x value increases, right? When we move from left to right, anywhere in this coordinate system, if we are moving from left to right, x value increases. Suppose this value is 2, this value will be 7. Similarly, in y-axis, if we are moving from down to up, from bottom to up, our y value will increase. Anywhere in this coordinate system, if we are moving from down to up, the y value will increase. Like suppose if this point is on 2, then this point is on 6 or 6.5, whatever you can guess. Similarly, if we reverse the direction of our movement, the value decreases. Like if we are going from right to left, x value decreases. If it's here, if it's 7, then it will be, at this point, it will be 2, right? The x value is decreasing from right to left. Similarly, the y value will decrease if we are going from up to down, above to bottom, the y value will decrease. Suppose this is 7, then this point will be 2. I hope this is clear, or you can make note of this. This is a summary. If we are going from left to right, x value will increase. If we are going from down to bottom to up, y value will increase. If we are going from right to left, x value will decrease. If we are going from above to bottom, up to bottom, then y value will decrease, right? Shall we move forward? Okay. So this is a sample example. This is an example, you can say, of how we represent objects, points, shapes on coordinate geometry. So this thing over here is how we denote points on coordinate geometry, x comma y. First the x value is written, then the y value is written. So if anywhere you find any point in which there are two values, then the first one shows your x value, the second one denotes your y value. So suppose, for example, we are taking a rectangle which is 6 units in length, 5 units in width. So this point, we are taking it as the origin of this rectangle. This is at 1 of x and 1 of y. Then this point will be 1 comma 1, right? Now suppose if we have to derive the value, we have to get the value of this point, this particular point. How shall we do it? We are having the origin. We are moving 6 units in x direction from left to right, right? We are having this point's value in the left. We are going in the right direction, right? And what is the value which we are covering? It's 6 units. So in x, value of x will be incremented by 6 units. So the next value will be 1 plus 6, 7, and y will remain constant as this line is parallel to x. Therefore, the value of y will be constant throughout. If this point is at 1, this point is also at y1, If this point is at y1, then this point is also at y1, this point is also at y1, and this point is also at y1. Why? Because this line is parallel to x-axis. Similarly, when we have to get the coordinate value of this point, this particular point, how shall we do it? X value will remain constant. Since it is parallel to y-axis, x value will remain constant. It will remain 7. And the y value, since we are going from bottom to up 5 units, our y value will be incremented by 5. So this value will be 7,6. Since we are going from right to left, the x value will again decrease. It is parallel to x-axis, so y value will remain constant. X value will decrease by how many units? 6 units, because we are going from right to left and we are covering a distance of 6 units, right? Similarly, when we are going from up to down in y direction, parallel to y-axis, x value will remain constant and y value will be decreasing by 5 units, right? So I hope this particular concept is clear. If this is clear, you are very ready to go and start AutoCAD. Shall we assume that this is clear? Okay. So first start with this. We have to set up our page. So just note it down. We have to set up our page. We have to do 4 things basically. We have to do drafting setting, then units, then limits, and dimension style. These 4 things we have to set before starting any project. This is a compulsion, because if you won't set the page, that would be a mess. Okay, so shall we? So this is our AutoCAD interface. This is how it looks. You don't have to worry about the version because we'll be working on commands. So commands will be same in all the versions, even though the interfaces are different. But after that also, if I'm getting enough requests that I shall upload 2020 tutorial also, I'll be doing that also. So first see, get a brief idea. This is the title bar, this is the menu bar, these are the ribbons which have nearly all the tools. This is the status bar, and this is the command line. You'll be getting it anywhere. I mean, many tutorials are there which are dealing in these things more deeply. So I won't go there because we have to focus on the commands and the work the project which we are dealing. So let's start. We'll be doing the page setup. For page setup, initially you'll be getting this input area. So we have to remove all that because this will be creating confusion. So we'll be typing DS. The command is being typed near the cursor. We have to get rid of that. So we'll be typing DS. This is for drafting settings. This command is for drafting setting. Enter. First, this object snap, we have to select all, right? Then 3D object snap, we have to select all these two. Then dynamic input. Dynamic input, the enable dimension input where possible, we have to uncheck that. And enable pointer input, we have to uncheck this too. Then we have to press OK, and we are good to go. Now, if we type any command, it will be typed in our command line box. Okay. So let's go. Next is units. Drafting setting, units, limits, and dimension styles. So we'll be typing this command units. Enter. So this is the unit, drawing units box. You can set everything. We have presently we'll be working in decimal format only. There are different formats: architectural, engineering, fractional, and scientific. We'll be working in decimal format. The precision, we have to switch to 0, because if we are taking any other of the options, I mean, if you are taking a line of 1 unit, it will be displayed as 1.0000, right? So we'll be taking as 0. Then the unit to scale inserted content, it is in millimeter, let it be. If we have to change in any other cases, we can do that also. But right now we'll be working in millimeter. Okay. So units is set. Then limits. What is limits? So limits is like you can assume it this way, that you'll be getting projects ranging from planning a building to planning a township or a city, right? It can range. So what happens? AutoCAD is up to scale. I mean, it is on the scale. It draws, if you're giving a dimension of 30 millimeters, it will be drawing a line of 30 millimeters exactly. So if you are planning a town, do you think that this space, this whole space is enough to do that? I personally don't think so. So what we are doing here in limits, we are setting the page. We are setting the limits of the page. The lower limit, lower left corner limit. This means the starting of the page, the lower left corner of the page, which is shown here. Specify lower left corner. Okay. So as a good practice, we keep it 0, 0. That is the origin. Okay. You press enter. It is asking for this upper right corner. So upper right corner, it could be according to your plan, according to your project. But right now, since we have to start working on AutoCAD, we'll be dealing with small shapes, small sizes. So we'll be putting it as 12, 9. Enter. Page is set, but you don't see any difference on the workspace area. So for this, we have to zoom this page. Zoom the whole page in our workspace area. So for that, there is a command, zoom all. For zoom, we press Z enter. Note it down. For zoom, we press Z enter. So, and one more thing, enter in AutoCAD can be done by entering a command, can be done by space bar or the enter key. The enter key is there for enter, but if you want to use, you can use space bar also for entering a command. Okay. So Z enter, and then we see many options. Presently, we'll be dealing with all. Z enter, A enter. This page is set. Lower left corner over here is the origin 0, 0, and the upper right corner over here is 12, 9, right? So the X extension is 12 units and the Y extension is 9 units. You can see a red line over here. This is the X axis and this green line is Y axis. And if page goes out of zoom, you can, anytime you can do Z enter, A enter. Okay. So we are done with units, limits, and we have zoomed the page. Now there is dimension style. For that, we have a command D enter. Okay. So this is the dimension style manager box. These are the default dimension styles. We have to create a new one. Okay. So we'll be clicking on this. This CAD O Logic. Continue. We'll be getting this box. There are other things also which we'll be discussing in later part. But right now we have to set these three things: primary unit, fit, and text. So primary units, we have to give the decimal format as we have to let it be, because we are working in the decimal format only. If we'll change the unit, the insertion scale, and we have to change this also. Okay, right now it is decimal format, precision is 0. So you can see the difference. You can see the difference. Here it is 17, and if you go for any other value, it will be 14 point something. So it will be tedious. So we won't be doing that. We'll go for 0. And here, see this. Here the point is denoted by comma, right? So we'll be doing we'll be changing this decimal separator from comma to period. So now it is a point. This will be 0. Okay. Now we'll go to fit. Fit, we have to use an overall scale of 1. For now, if we are going for a bigger project, you have to increase this. So increasing this will increase the text size, the dimension text size. Okay. Use overall scale of 10. Okay. So this will be increasing the text size of the dimensions shown. So right now we'll keep it as 1. Text will be aligned with dimension. Okay. Text of the dimensions should be aligned with the dimension. Okay, done. Now we press OK. And after this is selected, we have to set current. This is the current format of dimension style which we have selected. So we have to set it currently. I mean, the current setting is this style. So we have to press this. Otherwise, this default will be taken. So set current and close. Our page is set. Okay. So now again we move to our command section. What commands will be covering? So commands. So first we'll see point. The smallest shape in coordinate geometry or in the universe for that matter is point. So we'll be starting with point. There are two methods to make a point in AutoCAD. First is single point. Second is multiple point method, right? So we'll be starting with single point method. Command is PO enter, right? It's asking us a point, a coordinate value basically. Specify a point, will be giving 2, 3, or you can give any coordinate value ranging from 0, 0 to 12, 9, because we have set the page in that range only. So 2, 3, this point is drawn over here. You can see this, right? And we have exited the command. The command has exited. Okay. So this is single point method. We'll be selecting it and pressing delete. It will be deleted. Now we have to see multiple point method. For multiple point method, we have to go to draw menu. From there, we'll be going in point option, and then multiple point. As soon as we click multiple point, again it will be asking us the same command prompt will appear. Specify a point. This time we'll give again 2, 3. This is done. And again it is asking, this is a loop command. This won't exit after a single point or any number of points. Okay. So these all points are there. And this command is still there. Even if we are pressing enter, this command won't exit. So to exit these loop commands, any loop command which comes in future, you have to press ESC button, escape button, which is on top left corner of your keyboard. We press it and we exit the command. So these are the 4 points which we have made. So there is one small command is there which is not generally available in any syllabus or anywhere in AutoCAD. So that command is the ID command. ID command, where suppose you get a drawing of a bridge and you have to pinpoint uh, the exact location, the exact point where the pile is to be done, where the beams are there, so that the work on site could be started. So how would you do that if you just had a plan? So it's not possible to mention each and every point in a plan, right? So for that there is a command ID, identity, ID, enter. It will be asking you a specify point. So just click on the point of which you want to know the coordinate value of. So after clicking there, we are getting this prompt of the values, x value, y value, and z value. Z value is 0 since we are working in 2D. So there will be only x and y value. X value is 7, y value is 6. Then again, if we want to go back in the last command which we used, we can press enter or we can type that command. So I'm pressing enter to get back in the last command. So it is again ID command. We'll be clicking this 2, 3. Again ID command will be clicking this 4, 5. Again ID command will be clicking this 10, 9. Right? Understood? So next we'll be dealing with next command, which is line. So line is made by the combination of 2 points. 2 points, after joining 2 points, a line is formed. In AutoCAD, there are 3 methods to make a line. First is absolute rectangular coordinate method. Second one is relative rectangular coordinate method. Third one is relative polar method. Right? So first of all, we'll be seeing absolute rectangular coordinate method. What is absolute rectangular coordinate method? Absolute means that whatever the values are, you give it exactly or you represent it exactly the same way as the values are there. So that is the absolute thing. So this absolute rectangular coordinate method means the points, the coordinate values should be represented exactly in the same way as they are written. So we'll be going back to that project which we discussed. So, okay. So here we have it. Now what happens? First point is 1, 1, right? Okay. So we'll be going in command. The command for line is L. L, enter. So it will be asking for first point, specify first point. What was the first point? 1, 1. Okay. So it has taken the first point. The second point, the next point is telling to specify. We have to see the next point also. So next point is 7, 1. Just note this figure down so that you can refer it. Okay. So second point is 7, 1. So with 7, 1, we shall see 7, 1. So this is the first line of rectangle. Next point is 7, 6. 7, 6. Right? This is the second line. Then for third line, the coordinate value of the fourth point is 1, 6. Sorry. So 1 comma 6. Enter. And then the origin point, which is 1 comma 1. Enter. And to exit the command, either we can press enter again or we can press escape. Okay, so we'll be pressing enter. We escaped the command. We exited the command. Now this triangle is there. This rectangle is there, which we saw in this figure, right? So we have to verify if the length is 6 units and the width is 5 units or not. So we'll be going back to AutoCAD. Note down a command for this too. The command is DIMLI. DIM, D for Delhi, I for India, M for Malaysia, L for London, I for again India. So DIMLI, enter. It is asking for first extension line. So this line we have to measure. So we'll be clicking on the first point and on the second point. This is 6 units, right? Again, if you have to go back in that command, we can press enter or we can type that command again. So I'm pressing enter. I'm again in that command, back in that command, DIMLI. Click over here and here. This is 5 units, right? If we have to verify the points, if those points are the exact points which I have given or not, then we have to type ID. Okay, enter. First point was 1 comma 1, right? X1, Y1. Second point is 7 comma 1, 7, 1, Y1. Third point is 7 comma 6, I guess. Yeah, X7, Y6. And the fourth point is 1 comma 6, X1, Y6. Okay, clear? There is one little tip for you guys. So there are two selection boxes. One is the blue one. When we drag from left to right, after clicking, when we drag from left to right, there is the blue box, and from right to left, there is a green box. In AutoCAD 17 and above, you can get a customized box, I mean customized shape. That is a bit easier. But here we'll be talking about this. So what is this blue box? This blue box is used to select an object when the whole object is included in that box, right? If we click here and we drag this till here, this particular line is included in this box, and the other two lines are included partially. When we again click this, only this line is selected, none of these, right? So this is the use of blue box. When we have to select a single object, we select it by dragging the blue box and including that whole object, whatever object, the whole object, if it is included in that blue box, that will be selected. Now if we see the green box, any object which touches the green box, it will be selected. Partially, fully, doesn't matter, it will be selected, right? So guys, I don't want to make these tutorials boring. So I'll be signing off now. This is our first tutorial. Next tutorial will be covering other two methods of line. Let me show you what are they. The other two methods of line, relative rectangular coordinate method and relative polar method, and we'll be covering 6 methods of circle. That is center radius, center diameter, 2p, 2 points, 3p, 3 points, TTR, tan radius, TTT, tan. All these 6 methods of circle will be dealing in our next video. So for now, this is it, and I'll be hoping that I'm getting those 500 likes and 500 subscribers, which I'm setting as a target, because if I'm putting this much effort, if I'm giving this whole course for free, the detailed course, then that is the least which I can expect, right? So Shivam Bhardwaj signing off. Hope that you'll be having a great time with this tutorial. Might be boring at initially, but later on when we enter the projects, it will be fun. I promise that. So Shivam Bhardwaj signing off.